Namaste, everybody. If you're feeling overwhelmed at the moment with out there trying to use your voice and you found that courage within you to speak up, you felt so uncomfortable with everything that's going on, you felt that you've had to do your own research and you starting to really voice maybe things you've known for a very long time. And this brings such courage that you need to do that. And I want to say, keep going, keep shining, but you're going to be too bright for some people. Maybe the friends and family around you don't understand you. Maybe it's on a different scale. Maybe you've lost lots of people close to you because of your voice. Maybe even those that have been on the spiritual path. In fact, a lot of people on the same, what would appear the same spiritual journey at some point will have dropped from your path, or you will have shone simply too bright. Keep your courage. What we need to do now is to keep our vibration high. And I've worked with people with this for so long, helping people through this awakening path. Everything that is being shown now is not new. It's the awareness that is new. And we all have to be challenged before we find our voice that something isn't acceptable. And those that are around you maybe need something else that comes before that will come. So you have to just continue your path of raising your vibration, shining bright, and joining those that are doing the same to keep your energy high, which is why my Awakened Inner Circle does that. Keeps your energy high, and then you're out there holding space for others. We have a role here to do our own inner work, to invest in ourselves, to do the deeper inner journey. Because whilst you have huge awareness of what's going on, there can be this moment where we realize we're looking within the drama, within the systems. Nothing can be changed within the current systems. This is because we're aligning to a new vibration of compassion, and this is all playing out because the old systems are coming down. And it's a really difficult time. But the time that takes depends on how many people awaken. And we can't awaken others. We can only be shining light ourselves, use our voice, our courage for them to feel inspired to do the same, for at least for them to question for themselves. So at this moment, this passion that you have within you, put and keep it within you to take you to the next level. You need to keep going into this moment of current energy. And it is difficult, but not to doubt yourself and to get that courage. And hopefully this will just give you some courage to keep going and to find more strength. In my early days of awakening, lots of people, and certainly in my younger years, you may be classed weird or mad at worst, or best even. But it's a journey that you have to keep coming, and it can feel very difficult and overwhelmed, I know, when you are feeling isolated or removing away from other people, or people not just getting you, but you're leading those through just shining your light. You're awakening people by just being you. And the universe puts you in those places amongst people that aren't necessarily even able to listen or hear you. There's different frequency levels, and for that reasoning, we don't go to a higher vibration. We simply resonate with a higher consciousness. And that's why I called many years ago everything that I do high dimension. And it was too much for people at that time to understand, what does that mean? It means that that's the frequency, that's the vibration that we're resonating with. It's not a secret place we go to. This is for everybody. So within you, you've started to speak up, you're starting to feel compassion, and maybe you've done it for a long time, because it's when something within you feels that the truth needs to be spoken, because you want something that's good for, not just for you, but for everybody. And that's where this collective energy comes in. It can be overwhelming, I know, but many things are being uncovered, but it's not new. And there's been since this whole journey of coming through, but specifically 2011, 2012, obviously the awakening journey is our life's journey, but looking really at the significant energetic changes. And I started my awakening groups in 2013 to help people going through this. And, we're just going through another layers of it now, and we will continue to do this for our journey. So let's not make the mistake not to work on ourselves. Every day I keep going within, and I make sure that I'm doing the extra inner work on myself. To raise our vibration is about knowing what and why everything is happening, not being in it, not being in all of the drama that's going on. Speak of it, show awareness, help share things, but do it consciously by observing. This is not new. This is about lots of different things that have pushed our buttons along the line to awaken us. And for some people, it will be the awakening code. It'll be 2012. The end of the world. It will be the Trump, the Brexit, the refugee issues coming through, where we see humanity behaving in totally different ways. It will be every time the segregation is brought to us, and all that's happening is they're all tools of segregation, and they're all tools of awakening. How much we can withstand within us before we find that courage to speak out. So you will be too bright, shining for people, but you must keep your courage, and I hope that this inspires you to. You will find that it causes detachment, and you will have had detachment of removing yourself from people and maybe spiritual people for a long time. But right now we're going through the next purge, which will bring much to come. Whether your awareness is about the food chain, save our children, what is going on in government, or you're aware of the 1%, or even the darker things that are behind that. I'm not here to label everything and to go into it. As an intuitive, a psychic medium, I have often been approached to ask, what is this going on? What is that going on? I teach this in my groups to help you, but the thing now is empowerment. Not for me to just sit and deliver everything and this is happening and this is happening. It's for you to have that strength and courage, so that together we shine our light. Together we create the change. Together we make sure that we are raising our vibration and focusing on this world of compassion that we are creating, and understanding fully what is going on to create that and why this is happening. Not to be so in everything that is happening to lose sight of what this actually is and what the whole conscious journey is. We're not coming from our database when we're seeking consciously. But this overwhelm can, however awakened you are, start to bring that busyness into your mind, so that you struggle. The energy can be tough sometimes. You can feel very tired, and you're aware that you're going through different levels of ascension. Please don't do it alone. Come and join the Awakened Inner Circle. And if you really feel ready to do this next level of work, it is for those that are really, aware of what's going on themselves, and the fact that you are different to those around you and what you're doing, and even those spiritual souls around you. Then in the 11th of September, I'm doing my next Awaken and Healing program. And it's so liberating and it's so empowering, and it's to watch people step up, to shine a bit brighter, to get that extra confidence within you for what is coming. Okay, because we have so much that we're here to create, and it's hugely positive, and it's something that we've waited for. I had visions myself a couple of years ago at solstice about how things were shifting. I was living in India, and where the Western world is placed in that, and the Eastern world where we go for spiritual wisdom, and it's totally snowballing and turning and changing. And I share that, and I go through that understanding with us as to what is happening globally and why, and to bring this balance in. We're being asked on so many levels to consciously step up, that we're just not understanding it all, or what our role is in it. And we can feel like we're in one world and not quite in the other world. And when we're like that, you're not sure what your role is or what you're meant to be doing with this knowledge. So if you feel like that, then don't do it alone. You're not alone. Keep shining bright. You can contact me in many different ways if you feel that you would like to, but we must invest in ourselves, and we must continue to do that. And meditation and going within and being able to deliver ourselves into the world for the highest, greatest good. I hope this helps you on some level. Namaste.